Hello everybody, Andrew Hutchings here, still not a licensed physician and never giving medical advice. In this video, kind of random, but it's an important random topic. And it looks like the TV is flashing in the background. Wonder if that's my eyes or if it's the camera. Sometimes you can see the refresh rate of digital screens depending on your brain state. Like you'll look at your cell phone and it'll look like it's flashing. But that's not the topic of this video. The topic is redundancy. Redundancy is perhaps the most important, most crucial thing that you can leverage to make sure something succeeds. Even if success means something is failing. Because redundancy can ensure that something fails as well. You have redundant means of making sure that it doesn't work. Redundancy means that if one thing fails, something else is still going to make sure that the overall goal happens. If you have a vial with some medications in it, redundancy would be putting antimicrobial chemicals inside the vial and cleaning your syringe with alcohol before sticking, and of course the top of the vial, before sticking it in the vial. Redundant means of making sure that bacteria or other little thingies are not growing. Because there are things besides bacteria that are very small. So yes, you could just use the antimicrobials in the vial, and then if your syringe isn't clean, it goes in the vial, and it brings in some microbes, and they get killed. Everything's good. But what if the stuff in the vial just for some reason doesn't kill those microbes? Well, that's why you use a redundant means of getting rid of them, by using the alcohol on the needle itself and on the surface of the vial before sticking it in. Do you think that NASA would send a rocket to space without so many redundant mechanisms to make sure that it does not fall out of the sky or explode or stop working? There's no way on Earth that they would send a rocket to space if only one thing had to fail for the whole rocket to fail. That would be stupid. And luckily, as far as it seems, NASA is not that stupid. Hopefully you aren't that stupid. If you have a gun, you don't just hope that the safety works and load a bullet into the chamber, point it at your friend's head and pull the trigger. That would be stupid. Probably it will be fine, but you want to have a redundant safety mechanism. So instead, you put the safety on, you take the bullet out of the chamber, and now it's safer to point at your friend's head and pull the trigger. You want to be even safer? Well, you put the safety on, you take the bullet out of the chamber, you take the magazine out of the handle part, and now you've got even more redundancy. And it's most likely not going to kill anybody, because it'd be very hard for there to be a bullet in there. But it applies to everything. You always want to make sure there is redundancy. If one thing fails, something else has to be there to make sure that the overall process goes to completion. Keep that in mind. I hope it helps you. My website is andrewhutchings.org, where you can hire me for consultations, training consultations, diet consultations, supplement consultations, no medical consultations, but remember, they're not medical consultations if I don't tell you to do it. If I just give you the information, that's medical information. It's only medical advice if I give you instructions and tell you to follow it and say you should do this. But I'm not going to say that, so there's no medical advice. And my book on tendinitis is out, and you can order it. It will take like 5 weeks to arrive, but that's the price you gotta pay to get rid of your tendinitis. I mean, if you have bad tendinitis, you've probably already had it for a year or two, or 4 months, 5 months, I don't know. But you realize that 5 weeks, and right now it's on sale for $100, that's a bargain if you could actually get rid of your tendinitis. If you really have bad tendinitis, I don't need to try to sell you that book. If all I gotta say is, if that book's the cure, you are your own salesperson because you realize how valuable that book is. And my Instagram is natural_true_fitness. And I'm still working on losing weight. It's always a struggle when you want to have as much muscle as possible, but you want to lose weight because then you start worrying that you're going to lose muscle and you eat more. Also, if you're not preoccupied with things, like I have a lot of free time right now, so it's like, well, I may as well just eat more and build more muscle instead of eating less and losing weight, because when you're busy, it's a lot easier to, well, you're busy, you don't have as much time to eat, so you may as well lose weight when you're busy, and I'm going to be busy soon, but I do still want to lose weight now. Starting to see some abs and obliques, but gotta see some more soon.